Hello, and welcome back. I'm Lisa.
And I'm Erin.
And this is the Getaways Podcast.
Hi.
We are rapidly approaching the end of the year.
We have started Christmas market season for sure.
Yeah, we are in it. In fact, in trying to decide what to have for dinner every night, we're like, well, if we were at a Christmas market, we could have.
Well, and now that the Christmas markets are happening, we're like, okay, what should we have for dinner night? Well, let's go to Leiden.
Well, that's what I mean. Why cook when you can go get such good and inexpensive?
Yeah. And so for the next 3 nights, we're having Christmas market food.
Yeah. And loving it.
Yeah.
So we have to be better about taking pictures because I realized we didn't take pictures of our food in Den Haag.
I did.
Oh, you did?
I did.
Because I want to do a whole thing of everything we've eaten at all the markets this season.
But our food wasn't very traditional. It was like pork in a sandwich.
But mine was. But you didn't take a picture
of yours. I just took mine.
Mine was very traditional and cheesy.
Ours will be traditional. So by the time you hear this, it's going to be Monday. So there will already be stuff up on the website from our weekend, our 3 we're going to this weekend. So check it out.
Check it out. All right. So today we're moving on to New Year's Eve and New Year's traditions.
Yeah. We have done a New Year's post, but it was more about what we've done on New Year's. And we sprinkled in some of the traditions, especially in Italy.
Right.
But this is just about traditions, superstitions, and the way people celebrate New Year's in Europe because it's a little different. And it's not different at all.
Well, it's funny because in researching for this episode, I learned some interesting things.
I did too.
So should we start with those?
Yes.
Okay. So one thing that I think every country, every country that I know of celebrates with fireworks.
Yes.
Or every country that I've been to or that, I don't know what they do in Asia so much on New Year's, but every country here does fireworks. The US did fireworks. Canada does fireworks.
Yeah.
It's a big thing, right? So, you know where fireworks came from?
I'm going to assume here because it's crazy here in the Netherlands.
Well, you'd be wrong.
Oh, well, where did they come from?
So it's obviously been an evolution turning into what we see today, right? Especially the big, massive ones in the sky. But in the 2nd century BC in China. BC. People would throw bamboo into the fire and that would make a big pop, like a big firework noise.
Uh-huh.
And that was supposed to scare off evil spirits.
Okay.
And then that evolved into, I think it was the 9th century, where they were making these cones that were made out of bamboo. Why did I just start to say bamboo? That would be totally different. And then lighting them and creating a mini little firework. And it was all with the intention of scaring off evil spirits, which when you think about it now, I actually hate fireworks and I don't enjoy them. I think they're loud and obnoxious and I don't even really think they're pretty. And maybe because my dogs have always hated them so much. But when you think about it like that, it fits so into the vibe of the European New Year's because everything is about scaring away bad things, leaving the past behind you and moving on with a clean slate filled with good luck and good spirit and prosperity and all of those things. And so it makes so much sense that everybody and their mother is lighting off fireworks on New Year's Eve.
It makes sense. However, I believe here in the Netherlands, it has nothing to do with that anymore. Now it's just a bunch of crazy people that want to 6-year-old kids that want to light their fireworks.
But you can understand the evolution of why that is a part of the tradition.
Yes.
And I thought that was pretty cool.
That is cool. We live in the Netherlands and it's unhinged between now and probably January 5th. Fireworks all the time.
Yeah. It doesn't bother me as much as it used to. The first time I saw kids doing things at the park, I was like, oh, where are your parents? But Rex and I were at the lake the other day and there was 3 probably kids around 10 setting them off and it didn't even
Well, it's so funny because they're so regulated in America. I remember growing up and my dad would go get a truckload full of fireworks and we'd sit outside our house with all of our neighbors and light off fireworks. But as Dylan became so regulated because of fires and because people blowing off their fingers.
Well, California is different too.
Yeah, California.
Because of the droughts.
And so when I got here and they just sell them at the supermarket and you literally see like kindergartners with the lighter lighting fireworks, I was just like, oh, but it's kind of nice. But I did read the other day that they're getting ready to ban fireworks in the Netherlands. Why?
Well, I'm sure there's injuries. I mean, we know there's injuries.
Yeah, we know somebody lost a hand already.
In Amsterdam just a few weeks ago. But I mean, our first New Year's in Florence, we could not believe how many people were.
We thought we were at war. It was so bad. It was so. I'll post it. I'm actually going to put it on Instagram, but I'll put it up because it was like a war. It was like the Duomo was being bombed.
And it was all good spirited.
And we watched and it was packed and people were throwing their bikes into bonfires and, well, not their bikes, the rental bikes, the Mo bikes or what were they called?
They were Mo bikes.
Mo bikes. Yeah. But it was so chaotic and crazy. We were kind of like, well, what did we get ourselves into here?
Yeah.
Well, so that's interesting.
Yeah.
You got anything else?
I do. The midnight kiss.
The midnight kiss.
Okay. So there's a little bit of like, because I was really trying to figure out where that tradition came from. And I don't even think it's not exclusively European, but I was like, just kind of thinking that's a weird thing that started that's I've known my whole life, but never thought about where it came from.
So it's not from America.
Well, no, I mean, nothing really is, right?
Right.
So, okay, so there's a couple different versions of where it came from, and there's no real why except, well, I'll tell you what they say the reason is. But, okay, so some people say that originally in ancient Rome, that it was part of a winter solstice festival, and that when the festival was ending, which was at midnight, people would kiss, and that was sort of the lead in to the season and to everything being, for good luck and sort of relationships and love and all of that. But that this festival ended with that. Obviously, that's much before New Year's, but then it just sort of parlayed itself into being a New Year's tradition. Then there's also a version that says that European parties on New Year's Eve were often what we would call like masquerade parties now, where people were wearing, masks or somehow like a costume that hid who they were. And at midnight, those were all removed. So then everybody knew who everybody was. So there was a lot of kissing and sort of, like, oh, it's you, kind of thing. So I don't know which is true or how that sort of came about, but that's the two theories that I found most often, and that tradition came to America in about the 1800s, and people say that it came from Germany and the UK and the English. So that would be a whole different, but I couldn't figure out where that would be, like where that would have started, unless it was or the party, I guess, the masquerade. Right. But the common ground is that kissing at midnight is supposed to be protection from loneliness, protection from tragedy, considered to be good luck, and solidifying relationships and love for the coming year.
Okay, I like all that.
So pucker up, people. Pucker
up. Well, so my little tidbit of information before we just get into traditions and superstitions is a lot of Europe, this is called Sylvester. Have you ever heard that?
Yeah, what is that?
So Saint Sylvester is...
It's always a saint, isn't it?
Always. Well, he was a pope first. Okay, it comes from Pope Sylvester I, who died on December 31st in the year 335. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Medieval Europe marked days by saints, not dates. So December 31st became Saint Sylvester's Day. And the religion faded, but the name stayed. So Germany calls it Sylvester. Austria calls it Sylvester. I'm going to butcher these when I start getting to more of the Eastern European. Mm-hmm. Poland calls it Sylvester.
Make sure you repeat that to everyone from the region.
To my Polish friends. Hungary calls it Sylvester. The Czech Republic calls it Sylvestra.
Maybe we should just say they all say a version of Sylvester.
They all say a version of it. They all say a version. It feels more Germany, Austria, and Eastern Europe, because France used to call it that, but now it's called La Réveillon. Did I say that right?
I don't know what that word is.
Italy's obviously Capodanno. Mm-hmm. Spain is Noche Vieja, which means new night, right?
Well, Noche means
night.
And then what was the other word?
Vieja.
Well, I don't know. Vieja.
Yeah. Okay.
We are many linguistics here. Can't even say many linguistics right.
Here in the Netherlands, it's New Year's Eve. UK and Ireland, it's New Year's Eve. And then in the Nordics, it's New Year's evening. So we'll be there for New Year's evening.
That is true. Okay, so going back to 1 second to saints.
Yes.
Like even like saints are like, think of Saint Stephen's too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, the UK calls it Boxing Day, but in most Catholic or Christian countries in Europe, it's Saint Stephen's, the day after Christmas, that you celebrate and stay home with your family and do all of that. And nothing's open in any of Europe that we've ever been on the 26th. Maybe a Christmas market if you're lucky.
Yeah. There'll be restaurants, especially in tourist cities. Florence, there was always, you could find stuff open. Yeah. Not grocery, not like everyday living stuff.
Yeah. Anyway, just an interesting thought on saints.
All right. Okay, so I thought we could talk a few things. I thought we could talk about some weird, strange, and surprising New Year's traditions. We could talk about some New Year's superstitions and food. Okay, so let's start with traditions. Weird and kind of strange traditions.
All right.
For different countries. I've got a bunch. You have some?
Yeah.
Okay. So Spain's one of my favorites. I think we should, even though we're going to be in Sweden this year, I think we should try it.
Yeah.
Is it dangerous?
Well, which part are you talking about?
The 12 grapes at midnight.
Yeah. Why is that dangerous?
Because you eat it, it's every chime for the last 12 seconds.
You got to chew and swallow really fast.
You got to eat 12 grapes in 12 seconds. You eat 12 grapes, one for each chime of the clock. It sounds simple until you try it. It's chaotic, loud, and hilarious because they send around in squares and do it.
Okay, that's hilarious. And, you know, in Portugal, they do it with dried grapes. They do it with raisins. Yeah.
Oh, well, that
which
sounds
would be
easier.
Well, but maybe not, because then that gets caught in your throat.
That does.
So, I don't know.
So each grape is supposed to bring luck for each month of the year.
Okay.
So if you don't get them all, then you're in trouble. So at midnight, as the clock strikes 12 times, that's when, it's not a countdown. It's at midnight when the church bells go off. Every chime.
So it's like
12
10, or 12, 11, 10, like that quick.
Every time you have to take it. And then in theory, it sounds sweet and stuff, but it seems like it could be chaotic.
Until Grandpa starts to choke.
It started in the early 1900s, and it was started partly because of marketing to an overabundant grape harvest.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, leave it to the Spanish.
Made wine.
I know, but it stuck because it kind of works symbolically. And what we have come to find, and we'll talk about it more as we go on, is that Europe is so full of tradition and superstition.
Mm-hmm.
So
for sure, yeah.
So that was my first one. What do you got?
All right. So should we jump to Italy?
Yes.
Okay. So the red underwear, which Spain also does.
Spain does do it.
And Turkey also does.
Turkey.
Is that red underwear is supposed to be, you know, good for your love life, fertility, you know, all of that. And it's just kind of a fun thing too, to like get, and it's supposed to be given to you. In Italy, it's supposed to be given to you from somebody else. So you shouldn't go out and buy your own red underwear.
Yes. And you bought mine and Dylan's last year, and we bought yours. But it's also, they're supposed to be new. Mm-hmm. And I read that you're supposed to throw them away as soon as you're done.
Well, that seems like
we still wear ours.
But I would hope that they would be new if somebody else is giving them to you. But that's a story for another time. Okay,
so I've got another Italy one.
Uh-huh.
And I love Italy. Naples. Let's go to Naples. Do you know what one of their traditions is? And now after being in Naples, I could totally see it. Can't you see it?
Well, I thought they did that a lot more than just Naples.
Do they? So they they don't throw it anymore, but they used to throw their old furniture out the window on New Year's to
get rid of the old.
Yeah. I think that's so weird. It's so dangerous.
Make room for the new.
But it's not allowed anymore, but it's still part of the culture, but I don't know how.
Well, I think it's yeah, I mean, it's just the idea of leaving all of your old crap behind, right?
What are we going to leave behind?
I don't know. I have a lot of old crap.
I also read that Italians have a superstition that you're not supposed to look back after midnight.
Well, yeah, and which we'll talk about too, which ties in with the food choices for several countries, but Italy in particular.
I didn't understand what it meant when I read it, so I had to go in when I read it. So I had to go into Reddit, and it means that when you leave a room, you're not supposed to turn around and look back.
Yeah. And and if somebody's leaving your house, you don't You don't turn around to wave.
It's
gone.
Not that romantic thing where you want to get that last glimpse.
I'll see you soon.
Do you have any more Italy?
I do not have any more Italy.
Do you want to move on to like Germany and Austria?
Sure.
I read that in Germany, you're not supposed to clean on New Year's Day. So you clean everything good on New Year's Eve. So on New Year's Day, everything's clean and you're starting fresh.
I like that.
I like that one too.
Do you have to clean like on the 3rd, or can you just keep that going through the whole year?
I think that once you clean it on New Year's Eve, it's clean for
the rest of the year.
New Year's Eve.
I like that.
Let's move. I'm going to talk about this next one in Austria.
Okay. Oh, wait, I do have something about Germany.
Oh, okay.
This is weird. But apparently there is a mad watching frenzy on New Year's Eve about a short comedy film called Dinner for One, which is about an old British woman who eats dinner with her butler alone. And that is like the most highly watched thing.
What?
In Germany on New Year's Eve.
And is it in German? It must be.
It must be. But it's not weird.
What?
I don't know. That must be a real knee slapper.
Yeah. We got to find this and give it it's a short?
It's a short comedy film, yeah.
All right, let's give it a try. We'll report back. So staying in the same region, I'm going to move to Austria for a second. And this is so up my alley. And it's very similar to stuff that happened right before Christmas. But it's called the Perchten. Well, they have monster parades there. And it's one of the most dramatic traditions in all of Europe, they say. But people wear like terrifying. I looked at these pictures and I'm going to post them, but terrifying, like horned costumes. And it's like those devil goat horns, that twirl and then like some that stick right out. Yeah, like Krampus kind of. And they wear cowbells and they wear animal fur and they carry torches and they run around the town and chase evil out.
And does that include people or is that just like the spirits?
Oh, just the spirits. Right. I mean, that's what it's supposed to be.
Right.
Who knows what it's turned into? But I really want to go to one of those, and I want to go to a Krampus festival too. Would you go?
No.
Really?
I don't want to be chased around. Well,
they don't chase you.
Well, there's creepiness. No.
All right.
I'm all for the no cleaning thing, but the being chased around is not my idea of fun.
Another German tradition that I came across, I had to really dig to make sure this was true. And I found it in many places. A lot of it was on Reddit, but I did find a lot of Germans talking about it, and it was in a German magazine. So I will say I believe this. But in parts of Germany, you're not supposed to wash or hang your laundry between December 31st or January 1st, which kind of takes away from the cleaning all on December 31st. Like, what are you supposed to do? Just leave it dirty? Your laundry?
Well, you can clean the house and still have laundry to do.
So the superstition is that clothes left on the line can attract evil spirits or death itself. And in some regions, it's said the wild hunt rides through the sky at the turn of the year, and laundry hanging outside could mark a household for misfortune or death in the coming year.
All right. I'm not doing laundry the rest of the year.
So people don't really believe it, I don't think. But I think a lot of people.
There's no reason to go against it.
Okay. Where do you want to go next?
I don't know. France?
France it is. What do we got?
Well, you go first because I've got it on my other page.
I've got that in some families that crying on January 1st is believed to set the emotional tone for the entire year.
And that would be a bad tone, I would think.
Yes, you're not supposed to cry.
I actually don't have anything for France.
France is tough.
Yeah.
I couldn't find much for France either, even in terms of food.
Yeah.
The French.
Can you go wrong?
I guess when you live in France. All right. Should we do the Netherlands?
Yeah. The polar plunge here is huge. Dylan and I actually did it in the UK.
Yeah.
And so I think they do it in a lot of places.
It's big in Scandinavian countries too.
Yeah. Yeah, which hopefully we'll do it in Sweden too.
Yeah.
Or maybe I'll just do it.
You'll do it and we'll sit in the saunas outside of the ocean.
With hot wine, I'm sure.
Yes.
But yeah, the polar plunge on New Year's Day is a big, big thing all around here and in a lot of parts of Europe. And then, like we said, the fireworks are a big fat deal here.
I found that in Greece that it's bad if you're not supposed to break anything before midnight on New Year's Eve, that it's bad luck. I guess it's like breaking a mirror.
All right.
Any other day is fair game. Break your dishes, but you're not supposed to break anything before midnight on New Year's Eve.
All right. So speaking of breaking, wait, do you have more about Greece?
No.
Okay. So speaking of breaking.
Yes.
This is an odd one.
Okay.
I don't know if it still happens, but it was a tradition at some point in Denmark.
Oh, okay.
You would break old dishes on your neighbor's doorstep.
Oh, I read that.
To say that you appreciate them.
I read it.
Now, I got to be honest. If I'm taking the dog out, 8 a.m. on New Year's Day, I am not appreciating there being broken stuff on my doorstep.
No.
But apparently that is a thing.
I got another Denmark thing I found.
Okay.
That at midnight, people literally like to jump off chairs.
Oh, yeah.
They're jumping into the new year.
Yeah.
We're going to be right next door to Denmark. We should try it, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And they're starting off like with a playful, starting off on the right foot, I guess, right?
Yeah. I know there's other weird stuff that I haven't found, but that gives us more for next year, right?
Yeah.
So should we just move into food? Because that's our favorite stuff.
It is our favorite
holidays.
stuff. I was just making sure there is one other thing.
Yeah.
Ireland.
Oh, yeah.
So to knock out bad luck, they take a loaf of Christmas bread. Now, I don't know how hard this must be. It's got to be pretty solid Christmas bread. And they bang it on the doors and walls to knock out all the bad luck.
And invite all the mice and rats in your house. Like, what?
And then the Irish check the political future by which way the wind is blowing on New Year's Eve. So if the wind is blowing from the west, it means good fortune is coming politically for the next year. And if it's coming from the east, it means the British will prevail.
Oh, so good fortune means anti-UK.
I didn't want to say that, but yeah, their political fortune. I mean, obviously this is, I don't know what part of, maybe it was Northern Ireland back in the day. I'm not exactly sure, but yeah, that was part of it.
Okay. The Irish, they've got a lot though, don't they?
They're a superstitious group of people.
All right. Let's dive into food.
All right.
Do we start with our favorite?
Italy?
I know we've talked about Italy before because we lived there for so long. So we've talked about what we've eaten.
Yeah.
I come from the South in America and the South in the United States. And we always had, without fail, and I hated them, but I had to eat them, black-eyed peas on New Year's.
Mm-hmm.
That was the only New Year's tradition I had, but it was always food. So it was black-eyed peas. Did you have any?
Mm-mm.
No.
Not that I remember. We didn't have any traditional food, but that's for fortune. And
it is. Yeah, I looked it up. It's for fortune and prosperity.
In the same way, in Italy, it's lentils, which is supposed to be a good financial year is coming if you eat lentils. And then the sausage. But
cotechino.
Yeah, not a fan.
I liked it. If you fry it up just right.
It's very fatty.
But it was good. I liked it. We've only had it once. I guess I didn't like it that much. We do try to eat lentils every year though, don't we?
Yeah, we usually have something sort of in that world, but yeah.
So what I like about food traditions is there's always a reason for everything. Like the lentils look like coins. The reason they eat pork is because pigs root forward. So pork represents moving forward, and they don't eat poultry because chickens scratch backwards. Yeah,
and you don't want to go backwards. Don't even look backwards.
And I read that some people, I think it was Denmark or Croatia, some people eat fish, but some people don't because fish swim against the stream. I don't know what that means, or they swim away or something. I don't know. This is just a bunch of stuff.
All right. Where else do you have?
I have Germany, which is also pork, sausages, lentils, sauerkraut, which I can get behind that because it is believed to bring endurance and resilience.
Well, and Belgium eats sauerkraut on the 1st.
Oh, do they?
But the deal is that you're supposed to put a coin under your plate while you're eating sauerkraut so you'll receive financial security.
I really wish all this stuff worked. Do you think that if we wear red underwear, eat lentils, eat pork, eat sauerkraut, I read in Spain that people like to go into the New Year's with money in their pocket because it means that you'll go through the rest of the year with money. Do you think if we do everything that we'll have a prosperous 2026?
Might have a fighting shot.
Germany, they also like to eat Berliner donuts that are often filled with jam, but occasionally you'll get a jokester that'll put mustard in
Oh, jeez.
jam.
Well, who has yellow jam?
Well, you don't see the jam when it's in there.
Well, yeah, I guess
it's like a filled donut. You bite in and it's just like, ooh.
That's gross.
What do you got? You got Croatia?
I do not have Croatia.
I've got Croatia. And pork is considered lucky and commonly eaten on New Year's Day. Fish and poultry are often avoided for the reasons we talk about.
Right.
Oh, this is it. Because fish swim away and poultry scratches backwards. Meals are generous and shared. And the idea is that a full table brings a full year.
Nice. I did Hungary.
Okay. Oh, okay.
So in Hungary, girls put, or women, but it's got to be younger than like woman, but they put little pieces of paper with names on them into their dumplings. And then they boil them, and the first to rise is supposed to be their husband.
Oh. Like would people put like Brad Pitt, Tom Cruise?
Well, I would. You don't want to put like the guy next door. That's kind of lame.
All right. I did find something on France. It's not a superstition. It's not a tradition. It's just why the French are so cool. The Réveillon de Saint Sylvester. I don't know how to say it. They have a long, indulgent dinner featuring oysters, foie gras, smoked salmon, and champagne.
Yeah. All things that we should all be eating every day.
Oysters are believed to bring vitality and luxury into the new year, and champagne represents celebration and renewal, which means I bet we can get oysters in Sweden because I'd like some luxury in 2026.
Yeah. Yep. All right, Norway. So they eat rice pudding and then will hide an almond inside, and whoever finds the almond is supposed to have prosperity in the coming year. Now that reminds me of, do you know what I'm going to say?
Baby.
Nope.
Not the baby in the king cake?
It reminds me of we had a friend in Italy who would make meatballs and put an almond in one of the meatballs, and the person who found the almond was supposed to be the lucky.
And that was at the holiday times too, right? Or was that, did she just do that all the time?
She just did that rando, yeah.
That's odd.
It also tastes weird. Like the consistency gets weird when it's surrounded by meat. But anyway.
It does. Okay. Austria.
Okay.
They share a lot of traditions with Germany, but they have a few of their own. But obviously pork and lentils dominate New Year's meals. But they like to serve marzipan pigs.
Oh, yeah.
Called Glückschwein.
But it's the same reason for the pig, right?
I guess so.
And they love the marzipan.
Yeah, they love the marzipan. And sweetbreads, not brains or intestines. But like sweet breads.
Right.
Like
Stalin.
brioche.
And Stalin goes through it too, right?
They symbolize abundance and joy.
Yeah. And if you eat too many of them, there's quite a bit of abundance on your own body.
That is true. I've got Sweden. Did you get Sweden?
I did not do Sweden.
All right. So we're going to Sweden this year. And in Sweden, it's refined but symbolic. Fish, especially herring and salmon, represents abundance and continuity. I can't wait.
Mm-hmm.
Not really. Long meals are common, often with multiple courses.
Mm-hmm.
Dessert tends to be elegant rather than heavy, reflecting balance rather than indulgent. And the emphasis is on calm celebration rather than superstition, but symbolism still present. So I don't know how crazy it's going to be.
Oh, I think it's still going to be crazy.
You do?
Yeah. I mean, not crazy, like bananas, but I think there'll still be a lot going on.
Lisa's never been to Sweden, and I've been to Sweden once, but only to Stockholm for 2 days in the middle of winter, so it was dark pretty much the whole time.
Yeah, well, it's going to be dark.
Oh, shoot, I forgot.
Here. Yeah, that's why I had to get Rexy a light for his.
Oh, I forgot.
For walking.
So that's all I have.
Yeah, no, I think that's it. And I mean, in the Netherlands, it's continuing on the sort of treats of Christmas time with the oliebollen and the apple beignets.
I mean, they've got shelves full of oliebollen mix and apple beignet mix right now at the grocery stores.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that pretty much covers what we researched and are, ticking them off one by one of hoping to celebrate in each of those countries in the coming years. Sweden next.
So this is our last episode until after the new year.
Yes.
Check out the website, www.thegetawayswithaz.com.
And we'll see you in 2026. Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye.